Hello, Sandshark fans, and welcome to another edition of Media Day. Today we're here with women's golf head coach Cory Cottrell and Kayla Ramsey. Thanks for joining us, guys.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
So let's get into it. So a very kind of a short fall semester for y'all. It was kind of just not unfortunate, but you got some good experience. Three different tournaments, got to see different courses. Let's just talk about the overall fall from your perspective, Kayla. What did you see as kind of some highlights, maybe some lowlights from the fall?
I think it was a good experience for all of us. Even though we didn't get to play in a ton of events, we made the best of our situation, and it was good for Ashley to get used to playing in some tournaments under the collegiate level. So we're excited for the spring.
And Cory, I'm kind of interested to see from the female side of it as well, or from the female coaching side of it as well, 3 tournaments, and what you saw from those girls.
Yeah, I think you hit on it perfect with experience. Definitely looking to continue to build experience from the fall and continuing into the spring. Definitely a transition year for our women's program, losing a couple seniors who were great for our program staples in the lineup. So looking to fill those spots and to get some new players in there.
And then one thing we were talking with JT earlier about was the COVID shortened year and how you were able to prepare and train. It's a little bit harder with golf. Talk about what you did in the spring and then also this 1.5 month after Thanksgiving break to stay in tune with playing golf.
Yeah, so we obviously went our separate ways with the break and everything, but we made the most of the situation we had, made the most of getting out and practicing and working out as much as we could, and stayed in contact with each other, texted one another, and just made sure we were doing what we needed to do to prepare for this season.
And then from a coaching side, I know we talked about it with JT, how does that regimen from the female coaching side to the male coaching side differ?
I would say for that regiment, a couple of our players are more local, and we're very fortunate with our COVID restrictions here, so we're definitely able to get out on the golf course more. For the players over the break to work in a combination of those technical adjustments that need to be made as well as the performance aspect of it.
I think one thing that kind of shines with the women's golf program is the chemistry. Can you kind of talk about the family feel that all of y'all have and how that translated onto the golf course?
Yeah, we're like a family out there. You know, we know we have each other's backs and everything, and we just want the best for each other, and it shows in our performance and everything, and we always learn from each other, and we're just like a family out there, so it's a good thing.
And then we talked to JT. I hate to go back and just compare it, but but the one big thing that was challenging this year is you get to play with your team as opposed to playing with the number ones and number twos. From your perspective, do you see that as a challenge? Do you see it as kind of a benefit that you're kind of more comfortable? How do you foresee that?
I think there's benefits to it, and there's like downsides to it as well. I think for Ashley it made her more relaxed, and Alex, but I personally like playing with like other teams, you know, just to get exposed to like different people, you know, playing with different competition, because if you get too comfortable playing with the same people all the time, you know, I don't know, but I liked it though. It was good.
So you kind of led me into my next question. Different competition. You're going to see a lot of it coming this spring, and a lot of D1s. First up is Cincinnati, big D1 school. What's your mindset going to that? That's your first tournament coming back for the spring.
Yeah, I'm super excited because University of Cincinnati, I actually played with some of the girls growing up in junior golf, so I'll get to compete and play with them again. It'll be fun to play with them, and playing in some D1 events this year and D2 events is going to be a great experience for all of us.
And then traveling, Cory, was kind of a big concern with balancing the men's and women's side of it. A lot of the female tournaments are close by. Can you talk about that scheduling mindset, but also still exposing them to a lot of great teams and talent?
Yeah, I think the biggest bit and one of the incredible spots about our area is that all the talent comes here, right? It's a destination for golf, and a lot of up north schools, regardless of size, come here to host events. So it was really cool opportunities that we got to play in, or going to play in a couple Division I events, a Division II event, and then our event that we're hosting.
So he was talking about a lot of different courses. Is there a course that you're excited to play, maybe haven't played and you're looking forward to, and why is that?
I love all the courses that we get to play this year. It's cool because like we said, that they're mostly all local. Our conference is in Florida, and then nationals is in Michigan. But all the other courses we've played and had experience on them, and they're all high quality courses. And I'm excited that we get to compete on them.
And then we were talking with JT, kind of the strengths and weaknesses as the team overall. What do you see as a big strength in terms of the technical playing of the game that you see, and maybe some weaknesses that y'all work in day out?
I say one of our huge aspects is that we're a family, and we're there to push each other. I think there's a lot of areas we could improve on mentally, staying in the moment, not getting too worked up on the score, but, just making the most of the opportunity we have at hand to execute that.
And then going into the postseason play, the first out of state or not so local, couple hours away, was the Sun Conference Championship. From a coaching standpoint, how do you mentally prepare these girls? Like, I understand that we played a lot of local tournaments. We were driving back and forth, but now we get to go overnight. I know the fall was a lot of overnight trips, but how do you get them in that mindset from a coaching standpoint that this one is a really big tournament and there's a little bit extra added onto it?
Yeah, I think it's one of those things where we take the same approach. If we're very disciplined in our approach in terms of we need to get up for the last one. We need to get up and be locked in for all of our events, whether it's right down the road or 4 hours down the road down in Daytona. Each opportunity we get to play is a big opportunity for us to improve our national rankings. So I'm not valuing any one more than the other.
So Sun Conference play, you could have had a chance last year, and it was gut-wrenching and didn't able to, and Molly's the only one that's kind of had that experience. Has she, as the only upperclassman on the team, how has she helped you being that leader, kind of passing on that wisdom, being like, all right, you got to take it stroke by stroke. You had one bad stroke, going from there. How has she helped all three of you?
Yeah, I mean, one of the things that she's talked with us a lot is, to make the most of every opportunity that we have. And, each golf course that we go to, that should be our favorite golf course that we're going to get to play on. And just make the most of the opportunity you have, because it's the only one you got to perform, and just enjoy it, have fun.
And then to kind of wrap it up, the golf courses that you were talking about, you get to preview it one day before. I'm interested in, we'll start with you, Kayla, for both of y'all. That day before, you get to go out as a team, see the course. How much does that help? I'm sure it's a lot, but does it help you, like, okay, hole 3, I need to maybe not pull out my driver, pull out a 3-wood and lay it up here, and then go out and attack the green? How much does that help, and do you collaborate with your teammates in that regard?
Yeah, definitely. We collaborate a lot on what clubs we're using off the tee and so forth, but it helps us get a layout of the course, especially if we haven't ever played it before, and to kind of take notes on to what clubs to hit off the tee and everything like that. So it's a huge advantage, and then we get to see how the greens are rolling and what the sand's like, and it's awesome. It's a huge help.
Cory, your kind of perspective on that too?
Yeah, I would say it's an opportunity to formulate a course plan to play high percentage golf and not go out there and even have a plan where if it's not your best day, you're still able to plan your way and to think around the golf course to give yourself the best opportunity for success that day.
Well, we're excited that y'all are getting to play this spring. It's going to be a lot of tournaments and a lot of locals like we were talking about. But this weekend they're going to go and play with Cincinnati at the Battle at Old South, and then a couple other D1 events and a lot of locals. So check USCBathletics.com for the upcoming slate. Again, thank y'all for joining us, and fins up.
Thank you for having us.